Hey. All right. Another one. Yes, another one. With the champ himself, Anthony Blackburn, babyface. Gets a little crazy, gets a little weird. We had fun. We talked about how you can get better noticed in the slap game as it progresses. Maybe some wings come out of somebody's back. I don't know. Maybe we levitate. I don't know. But the point is, we talk about the upcoming title match. It's going to be one of the greatest he's ever done. He promises. Let's get into it, fam. 3, 2, 1. That's a knockout.
3, 2, 1, yeah, that's a knockout. They call me kamikaze, put you in heaven's lobby. All gas, no brakes, you can never stop me. Nah, no, you can never stop me. Yeah, cause I'm the power slap king.
Slap son, baby! And it's been a good day. I had a bunch of people on and I'm ready to rock with the champ. So
Yes, sir.
Go. All right. Anthony, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody. Right on one. It's time for slap, son. We got the champ in the building. He's going at it again. You think you can stop him? You think you can stop him? Prove it. It's coming down the pipeline, baby. Power slap 13. Everybody give it up for Anthony Babyface Blackburn.
And the crowd is wild.
The crowd can't stay on their toes. They got to go floating.
Yeah, baby.
Dude, thanks for coming on. I was telling Azael earlier, it kind of feels like we just did this a week ago, kind of winking and nudging. Like we kind of knew this was coming, but it's out. It's there. We all know what's happening. Dude, how do you feel?
I feel, man, I really wish time would go faster. I feel more ready than ever right now. Really, really looking forward to this match. This has been building for years and years. I've said this before Power Slap 1 even happened. I wanted Azael. So for it to be 2.5 years later now, and I'm the champion and we're getting the title championship match going, you can't draw it up. And please show me a better example of someone calling someone out. And now it's come to fruition in the grandest of times. International Fight Week. We got the Azael El Perro Rodriguez going against the Detroit native, Michigan Madman. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be crazy.
Yeah, dude, Rock City's going to be in the house, man. That clip gets played a lot of you, when you had the longer hair and all that. And in that moment, was it just, when you answered that question, dude, was it just like, yeah, I want to go against him? Or I don't know, did you really feel like you were going to manifest this shit?
No, dude, I knew you can kind of, I feel like there's certain guys you can fucking see him one or two times, even on screen or in person, you just know, you just feel it and like that guy, he's going somewhere, you know what I'm saying? So now fast forward, he's had 2 title shots. His only losses are, either from challenging for the title or a DQ, which is, pretty controversial, but he's a great competitor in the organization, one of the top guys. And I thought that was going to happen from the beginning when I seen him on the show. Just, he had that animosity and, no one's going to get over on me. Like I'm the dog. Right. So I seen that from the show and I was like, man, I want a piece of that, dude. That guy's awesome. He's calling out everybody. He doesn't care. Yeah, I want a piece of that guy because I know he's gonna be one of the best. And now, 2.5 years later, you can't draw this up any better. This is the most legendary match of Power Slap to date, I think.
Dude, I love it. Whenever talking with you just now and talking with Azael earlier, dude, I get adrenaline, man. Like I'm so excited. I'm so pumped because every card seems to get better. But from a fan's perspective and having the podcast, it's even weirder because it becomes more personal as well because we get to know you guys and you know what I'm saying? And it just feels like the match is going to be a banger. Like the card is stacked. We had Paige pull out for, some pretty, all prayers with Paige for sure. Like that's some real
serious
shit
stuff, dude.
Yeah, serious stuff, man. So nothing but love going her way. But that pulled out, and but I don't, as far as like the fight card is concerned, I don't feel it that much because it's so stacked, and you guys are part of that.
It's from Dumpling versus the Crazy's brother, the Hitman. That is the main event. Is I feel like people are not not leading on how excited they are for that match, just because there's so much other crazy matches on the card. You have to kind of space your enthusiasm out all the way across it, which is great for building a card. You know what I'm saying? You want people to want to see every single match instead of just one. So you have people turning on the whole card instead of just, oh, I want to see my boy at the end main event, and you turn it on at 11 at night. That ain't it. You
Yeah.
want to watch the whole thing.
No, dude, 100%. Just totally random. Way back in the day, I went to see Tito Ortiz versus Ken Shamrock after the Ultimate Fighter, and bro, that wasn't the main fight. Arlovsky and Sylvia was.
Yeah,
Dude.
that was awesome.
So,
Yeah.
dude, I went to that fucking fight, and I swear to you, I was excited to see Arlovsky and Sylvia go at it, but I bought the ticket because of Shamrock and Ortiz. And when they
That
were
rivalry.
out,
Yeah.
dude, you could fucking. I've never had this experience until that moment. You could feel the tension in the room. It was nuts, dude. And so I look at this card a little bit like that. I couldn't be more excited, man. Like, for Dumpling, I keep trying to get that fool on the show, and for Lane's brother, he is such a good guy. Humble, and he hears the negative talk, but he's not paying attention to it. Couldn't be more excited for that fight. I'm pumped for it. But there's something about the energy around this one that's different. That's all.
It's going to be, I think it's going to be, huge. We got a brand new ballroom we're going to be in. So different setup this time around. So that'll be new and interesting to see the seating in there and see how it's spaced out, because last time, 12 was pretty packed out and the bleachers were perfect. If you were anywhere on the floor, you could see up on the stage, but the bleachers after the VIP section and, everyone on the floor, those are good seats. I like it.
Yeah, no, it's true. And I heard the room, it's different. I heard the setup's the same, but the room itself is smaller. So anyone who's listening or watching, literally, if you can get a ticket, you're literally not going to have a bad seat.
It's more intimate then, because that ballroom was kind of big last time, to where if you had seats at the top, you're kind of far away, but you're still able to hear everything. Everything gets so quiet when they're about to slap. It's pretty.
So true.
It goes from like to real quiet, real quick, and then the slap happens, and everyone's It's a crazy energy in the room.
My kids give me shit because after almost every slap, whenever contact is made, I leave my seat and put my arms up and just start screaming. Like there's no rhyme or reason to it. I just go like this. Ah! Oh man, one of my favorite memories, man. I mean, is when I was right behind you when that KO Chris shit went down and all that, and that's what I was doing. I just had my arms up, going
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen me on that. Were you paying attention when I was standing at the barrier yelling for him? He was lost.
Sign the contract now.
I lost my voice right there that night. And then, I'm sitting at the barrier and the camera guy is right there, like, ready. And I'm yelling at Chris, like, come here, like, come on, dude, like, look right here, come on. And he jumped off the stage all crazy. And I was like, perfect, he's coming, he's going to make it, dude. It's going to happen. And when it finally happened, I was just like, dude, I got to stone face killer this guy right now and look through his soul. And, it ended up being a pretty cool moment in Power Slap history. The first face down of potential competitors in the future, and we already really had a match. It's pretty cool.
No, dude, it was awesome. And speaking of that, shit, man, you've had huge wars with Manny. You know what I mean? You've been around for a minute now. You've held You've held the belt for a minute now, and you've got this match coming up. Do you ever think about, like, this goes your way And then do you look to whoever wins out of Manny and KO? Like, what's your career trajectory look like for you? Do you just keep going till your body says, okay, we've had enough, or do you kind of have a plan in place, dude? I know it's weird to
Yeah,
talk about
yeah,
because you
it
haven't been,
is.
you know what I mean?
It's kind of big gray area because it's all up in the air because you kind of have to take it one fight at a time. But, since I've started the actual training aspect on the, higher end side, like I'm not striking, I'm there and they bring in the new strikers and I'm coaching like those pro wrestlers that came in the last camp, trying to move in that sort of direction in the future is definitely the focus to use the experience I've gained and, what I've done for the last 2.5 years and built, I'm building this legacy right now. And this, what it was for me was when I signed up, it was, all right, I'm going all in on this. If they called me, it's time, baby, nut up or shut up. And so I hired my coach and we put together our training programs and we're sticking to the game plan, being disciplined. And now it's about showtime. I have to do my part on stage. I only get that 15 minutes on stage where, after you're taking the slap, people are talking a bunch of crap about, it's got to be something different now. And I told all the wrestlers, I was like, it's showtime now. This is why they brought you guys in here, and this is what I wanted to say to everybody in a broad spectrum on the roster, fans and whatnot. This is why, because this is an entertainment game. It's not just a sport. Yes, it's a sport, but it's entertainment. We're trying to build something that somebody wants to see the show. Somebody wants to bet on the show. Somebody wants to go and watch it live in person because of what's happening there. It's not just I take a slap, give a slap. It's what happens in between now. It's not just walk back, get chalked up. There needs to be something that's happening in between the rounds to where you're engaging with the crowd, engaging with your opponent, engaging with something's got to happen. That's what they're looking for. So to go in that direction forward with my career, that's where my focus is going to be. It's like, all right, I've been up there enough times to where, yeah, I can perform. Been doing it perfect so far. Now is showtime.
I wasn't. No, I appreciate that. I wasn't expecting that angle, but you know what? That's real. I mean, they're not shy about who they are bringing in hopes to like get this fanfare going, right? A little more pizzazz, if you will. You know what I mean? And it's interesting, right? Because these other strikers that are ranked or not ranked, but they're on the roster, they could use that advice, man, Anthony, because they it fucking sucks, but it is a show, you know. And if you've got all the skill set, and you've got all the if you've got the if you've got the ride on one, if you've got the hand, but they
Yeah.
don't know it, then they're gonna forget about you, you know.
It's just the little things that, you have to stick yourself out there, you know. It's
Why do you?
the game is evolving is what I'm trying to get at is we're coming
Yeah,
into a new era of power slap where it's yeah, we had Joe Schmo off the couch, started off pretty good thing. We got 2 years in and it's going pretty good, but now we're looking towards need a little bit more showmanship, in my opinion.
and
That's where I think we're going.
no, I agree. The question that pops in my mind is, to anybody on the roster that might be watching this that maybe hasn't got the chance or the chances that they were looking for, is that really the advice that you give them? Is just like, look, you got to find a way to showcase yourself,
Yeah, stand out. 100% is what I tell
stand
them.
out.
Yes, because that's how you're going to be recognized and called back, and those viral moments on social media or whatever. And all it takes is that one silly little thing you do, or one time where people relate or they see you and you do something funny or cool, and then blowing up. That's all it takes. So
Yeah,
take your chances and take risks and be yourself. Most importantly, be yourself. Don't try and be fake out there because it'll get exposed.
real quick. No, you're right, and it's fun to like um, not compare. What's the word I'm looking for, man? To associate people with what they do. So, for example, you do the steak dinner thing. You know what I'm saying? And like Lane does the eat 'em, right? A lot of people do the neck thing, but to do something unique that you can call your own, man, that is huge in this sport for sure, no doubt.
Yeah, it's just a little celebration, or it doesn't have to be the same thing every single time. But if you get that one thing that pops off and everyone loves it, you never know what
That's
could
your calling.
it could be the coolest thing that you do in power slap. It could be something simple as a hand gesture or a little dance move after you eat a slap. You know what I'm saying? It's just real.
Absolutely, man.
You got to have something instead of just walking back and chalking up.
Yeah, no, I agree. And some people might even start crawling across the stage like an animal,
That would be sick. Can you imagine some like Insidious, like upside down, backwards crab crawling?
Dude, you read my mind. I was actually thinking of Split, that movie Split, where he's
Yeah.
crawling on the walls and shit.
Yeah, something crazy. Like, yeah.
Dude, fucking Babyface just all of a sudden sprouts wings and just starts flying around. That'd be amazing.
We've been trying to bring the demon out the whole time, baby. Now it finally happens on the 7th fight.
It's finally happened. Everybody's just throwing up in the audience. Dude. Well, man, I think that your career and everything you've proven, like you really are one of the few that may have been considered a Joe Schmo, right?
Oh,
But you
100%.
really are. But the thing is, though, dude, you actually fucking did it. Like so many people, and this is a pet peeve of mine. I struggle with this all the time, so I can be honest about it. But when people say they're going to do something, I don't know why. It just bothers me when they don't. And you're 100% not that guy. Like you said, nut up or shut up time. And you've proven out in the biggest way you can, right? Like you can't get higher than champ. You know what I mean? You can't get higher than repeated champ. And so I just want to commend you, man. And anyone who can listen to this or watch this for inspiration, they totally should, and realize if you put in the work, you can literally accomplish the top of the mountain in this game.
Yeah, that's the message that I want to portray is the biggest thing is, you know, you put in the work and that's what kendama taught me. That's what I love about this little Japanese wooden skill toy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it so much. It just took over part of my life that it's tattooed on me forever. It's ingrained in my soul that if you work hard enough and you want it bad enough, you can make anything in your life happen. If you want it bad enough and you work hard enough, you can make anything happen. And I want to live it, and I want to continue to try and prove more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want more things to show people that if you do this and you apply yourself, anything is possible. You just have to make it happen.
Perfectly said. Well, I think that's not only perfectly said, but the perfect place to end it, man. Everybody, he's coming June 27th, Power Slap 13, gonna defend the belt yet again, and we're all stoked about it. As always, man, when we end, I want to know where people can find you on social media so they can follow this whole thing.
Yep. Babyface Power Slap on Instagram, Anthony Blackburn on Facebook. Make sure you follow. I'm gonna have some cool stuff coming up, you guys. Definitely give me a follow and tag along on this crazy journey. It's gonna be awesome.
I love it. Okay, man, let's let this bitch upload. But thank you again for coming on, man. I always appreciate it.
Thank you.